What's up, YouTube? It is Codename Spectre here, and if things are different, that's good, because change is inevitable. But we got a new game today, as y'all see right here. It is Deus Ex Mankind, the Fight, and I'm happy I got this because it is a fun game. I've played a little bit of it already, and what was I supposed to say? Oh, I have the first one on my PS3. So, whenever, well, if I ever get a capture card for one, I can hook that watch up, and we can play that. Or, you know, if I ever break down and get a PlayStation, whatchamacallit, the PlayStation Now thing. For this. If anyone's been to their Twitter page, it's like full of fucking memes, and I love it. But let me adjust this TV volume real quick, because it is a little loud for my taste. But we are going to give me a challenge mode, because this is how the game is meant to be played. But just like in real life, you only have... I do like games like this. I do like these ultra hard difficulties because they're fun to play. Jump, reload, take down, sprint. I like the Human Revolution loadout because I've played it the most. So, I think I'm going to just go with this one, because the controls in Deus Ex Human Revolution were perfect. Why this particular thing? This is the closest possible recreation to that control scheme. Still meets the gameplay needs of Mankind Divided. And I like the crowd, iron sight, sprint, throw secondary, undercover, fire. I just like it like this. You know what? Let's watch it.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology
I'm gonna turn
helping
this up a
people
little,
their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree.
I do what I can.
Provided, of course, they had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself,
I forgot to say spoiler alert for the first game,
said he needed me to keep his people safe. My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The Aug killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the Aug's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit.
This is actually where I am in the
Black
first
Ops
game.
mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. It wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett.
Actually, no, I'd be
Barrett.
Barrett.
A penthouse apartment in China. Of course,
I am in
knew it
China.
would be a trap in the end. Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded.
Oh, we
they
got
had
the
to build a
viewer.
second city on top of it.
Is it perhaps
Trying to
Miss
find clues in
Moderator?
Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarif's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the Triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Ops mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Sarif Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying. But part of her confession, David Sarif had been worried about his people. So were subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan,
Shit!
Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching, when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Kassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I crossed paths with twice before, Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's first lady of news wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor-turned-philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front.
Everything's good, people.
Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency. Pritchard was able to trace one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one step ahead. Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Sarif's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped me slip aboard a Bell Tower ship. We were sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military base in the South China Sea.
We just did
Bell Tower was
a bit of a goof, my guys.
And using them to perfect the Hyron project, a human-computer
Don't worry, nothing broke, though.
that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Sarif's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. Their little ambush didn't work.
Gotta clean my table now.
I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who Sarif had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time will give us the answers.
Well, that was a nice 12-ish minute thing to watch to kind of get us pumped up.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard.
Hey, let me peep this real quick. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Details recovered from the black box recorder
Like
suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the odd incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are you?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists.
Military-grade augments.
This is Iran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Is Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here.
There's like close
I
to
want
no
you to block
sound.
access to
Fucking
it.
amazing, my guy.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying
I sound
solely on
pretty
your
good,
augments for
because
this
the
one?
mic being different now.
I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Let me double. Let me double. So we are clearly going to go all lethal on their ass. We are clearly. Okay, yeah, my song's coming through nice too. Yeah, we're going all lethal up on their ass. I ain't even my 6 exposed.
I'm not leaving my 6 exposed. Give me something lethal.
Your call, but Singh's undercover in all this.
So watch your
Is it
fucking
Miss
sights.
Moderator here?
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
I like going long range. Distance weapons.
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
Keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jin out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Well, my dudes.
Task force action. This is Knife Leader.
He's up in
Engage
fucking
Hust drives
Dubai.
and descend to Angels 1-5.
I mean, like, the fucking taxis and shits are like fucking super cars. But I have a real question for you guys. Jensen's hair real.
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
So, I played this part of the game. Oh, first viewer of the night. What's up? Is it perhaps the one and only Mr. Moderator here? Throwing some nice boxes out the window. So.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jin have got a few Jennies up and
Hooray.
running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
It's
Should enjoy it, McCready. They have
favorite.
colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Punching through walls and shit. Kind of fun because I like kind of already know like how to get through this part right here. Because I had like 2 days of PlayStation Plus free because of Doom. So during that time, this was
anomaly detected.
On PlayStation Plus for free.
Trace program initiated.
So I grabbed it and played through a little bit. Just to see how it was.
Access granted.
And because I needed another game on my PlayStation.
Yeah. Squatters. I think that was the last one.
احنا ما بدنا احد ثاني يحط هذه العملية في خطر قبل ما يصل تاجر الأسلحة.
I'll do another sweep in the area, just to make sure.
علمني إذا أي شيء تغير.
See what I can do something lethal around here? Because, I mean, why else play a game if not to live off the fantasy of murdering millions of people? I mean, why else do you play games? Okay, now that works. I know later in the game, you can like break shit like that. Did we get this one perfect without getting called?
Access granted.
We did. Let's go ahead and open these up. Grab that.
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can't. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Yeah, I need to drop some of this now because I just picked up some useless bullets. We don't need tranquilizers because we play lethal. So I wanted to have our log power at max in this chat. Aren't talking that much. You're making me just sit here and ramble on. I mean, you can conversate. Actually owning a copy of the steering wheel instead of just basically borrowing the license from it. Hey, where my favorite Miss Moderator goes?
السيجنال بوستر اوريدي عشان المخزن الانتاج الموجوده على السطح عشان تكون بعيده من الرمل. Good. Pretty much right.
You're going a little sneaky with each digging down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, that rush must have been from the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts, but I take mine with cream.
Typhoon, go!
Your destruction falls to me!
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jinn's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jinn's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Singh any second.
Oh, that was
خليل
cool.
الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جاي كمان شويه. روح قول لبقيه الناس ان انا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helo is inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Detected. Didn't find it.
Well, you better hope Singh's cover stays intact. Otherwise, you'll be answering to me.
So, I'm kind of
Access
upset
granted.
we didn't get this one flawless. But, we can deal.
This is Jensen. Penthouse access route secure. Jinn shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that.
About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted. All right, strike force. Position and hold.
Strike 1, in position.
Strike 2, all set. Strike 3, yeah.
Strike 4, in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, Brown Nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Holiday.
Ooh,
Both of you shut up.
watch her.
5 in position.
Everybody
fucking
stay
see out of
sharp.
that?
Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Target's in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on our ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Ogs. They're getting harder to come by. Guns are still on the chopper. Show me the cash, quick, and we'll...
What the?
Whoa, what is this shite? It's some Augments, and they come in and fucking shit.
The part has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller.
We got our viewer.
This isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the
my
Jinn.
favorite Mr. Moderator, but if not, appreciate you here.
They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up on
McCready, making a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
If it isn't my favorite Mr. Moderator.
This is bad! They're closing in! We're gonna lose Singh! Jensen, I can't reach him!
Miller, Chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen!
We almost got
You're
shot
welcome.
at this dude.
Shit.
Y'all missed me spill my cup all over the fucking place earlier. And my table's sticky as a motherfucker. So
We will merge with machine, with
When
computer.
this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you. No, stop! Planned.
Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
Kind of madness has gripped mechanically augmented people.
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Pangaea has been downgraded to a recovery mission.
The Czech Republic leads a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens. It's a new world, Adam.
the thing is,
It's afraid of people like us.
I noticed that with Doom, I got a lot more traction. Just like I can go through.
The AUG incident, did you?
We were victims. This is retribution for a tragedy we cannot control.
They control the news. They buried the truth with disinformation.
Like if I boot up the
Multiple detonations. Looks
what
like
you call it?
horrible.
Good actual
Another
watch the
terrorist
analytics
attack,
shit.
this time in a police station.
United Nations
And I go to
Security
video
Council
manager.
has
The new anti-terrorist intelligence and response team.
I can see that last stream got 22 views. Well, I mean, it's hit and miss.
I won't let it
But
happen
like,
again.
part 6 got 7, part 5 got 6, part 4 got 22, part 3 got 15, part 2 got 21, part 1 got 8. I get it, people like to see Doom and shit because Doom is cool. I like Doom.
What
don't
have
get
the
me wrong.
events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of
But
them. This sad storm didn't help.
The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale of success is
I like
a
to do
generous
shit
one.
like this too. I like to play out
However,
the games.
the erratic nature of the
And I
attack
get it. This
could
might
work
not be
to our
as
advantage.
exciting as Doom.
Interpol will be confused for weeks.
Is action
And
packed
with our
as Doom,
continued guidance, the people will
but
come
it's
round
still a
eventually.
fun game to play
We are all in this for the long game, after all.
with plenty of
That's
story
never changed.
You think
and
so?
shit like that.
Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course?
I mean, I
the
get
AUG
it if y'all
incident
don't
has
want
caused
to
a
watch
schism in
this.
society. Things are worse than we
Y'all don't
projected,
have to,
and growing more unstable
but I mean, I
every day.
appreciate it if you do.
This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me be
Depends on
clear.
like what
We may already have the
Doom
votes we
doing.
need to ensure that the Human
Like, what not
Restoration
to do.
Act passes.
Very well. Stanton.
And like I noticed
will
my like
accompany
Let
you.
It Die streams
May need to exert
aren't as
financial
popular
as well
as my Doom
political
streams.
pressure to silence
But like
anyone
Resident Evil,
opposed.
that stream
Proceed.
was fairly popular.
Elizabeth, I'll contact
It
you
was
later.
more popular than
It won't succeed, Lucius. Even
my
with Dowd's
Let
money.
It Die streams.
You know what Rand will find in New York? We
And I'm hoping
and
this
Daniel
one,
Brown's still an
y'all like
unknown
this.
factor.
Of course.
because
That is
this
why
game
we're
will give me, like,
proceeding
more
with
of
our
a
ultimate
chance
strategy.
to interact a little more with the chat. And
You
like
have
y'all
claimed
help
much
me out
in the
with this
past,
shit.
Huge. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you
And
wish.
it's like a very story-rich
Secure
game.
your communications, Bob. Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective.
Janus won't be initial. I've made arrangements.
Who's streaming it for?
Violate the foundations, Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Gage, activate the sleep cell.
But I mean, I want stuff to be a little more diverse. So.
Konečná stanice Růžičkovo nádraží. Příjezd za 5 minut.
It's just to be like Doom, like 16 secrets you might not have known about Doom, or if you do this on this version of Doom, unlock super secret Doom levels from the original game. Or like
just getting off the train now.
Copy that. We'll debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
I don't want to do that. I want to be like, I want to do games.
Hold off.
No, I'm afraid they are not. What? The papers are no good. You just let my wife think. Come here.
Oh, tips. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Very sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, cool. Damn, Clank. Why don't you watch where you're going?
Here, let me help you with that, ma'am.
Man? Seriously?
We could have gone with Sweetie. You get my message about Dubai?
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right, Adam. That ambush sounded pretty bad, man.
Not something I was expecting, that's for sure. Any idea who hit us?
Well, I'm sure your task force will come up with something. And that it won't be what the Juggernaut Collective digs up. Kinda odd, though, don't you think? Interpol sending your team, the Prague team, to Dubai in the first place?
Miller said they were scrambling. Last minute intel. We were the only strike team available.
Yeah, well, that's a lie.
I do appreciate it.
Better get moving. The Collective has been keeping tabs on all task force divisions ever since we slipped you into one of them. We've got a team in Oman, and a hell of a lot faster than you guys.
So why send us?
Don't know. If the task force is an Illuminati front, we all suspect. It doesn't make much sense to send it into an ambush.
Unless they wanted our team to see something. Officially.
Augoved, připravte si papíry.
I honestly just really want to have fun with you guys.
Připravte si papíry na inspekci.
Make a scene, Adam.
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
And I mean, I'm streaming tomorrow night. So
Nezastavuj se!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified Augs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we could do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. It didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this, the true power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
should I keep streaming this?
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to...
Then help me find them.
Just watch yourself, Glenn.
I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
A neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip. Custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus. Leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the NSN's motherboard.
Right now. You got me, 'cause like in a second I say, hey, they all
Alex, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Do you hear that? I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, be careful. We'll talk.
Stand back, let me help.
I might as well just be playing it. I certainly don't. I really do like to stream. I find it fun. Get to interact with some people while I do this. Get to interact with a certain person. You know, if she ever decides to stop by, I can just hang out and not leave immediately after saying hey.
Hold on. Alex, it's Adam.
Hey, you sound like shit. How you feeling?
A little sore, but I'll be alright. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been through worse. Jesus, how fucked up is that to think, huh?
Listen, Alex, my systems are acting up a little, so I've got to get checked out. But if you want to meet or...
What? No, I'm fine, man. You just take care of you. This girl's built tough. Give me a call when you're useful again, okay?
Alright, I will. Talk to you soon.
So, I didn't know about this when I first played. How to not get yourself killed. I like this. How to not get yourself killed. I got so many.
Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarif.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday... Look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
You saved his vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
So, I'm going to probably be ending this soon. I'm probably not streaming after this. I mean, just because. I mean, it could just be the fact that I'm streaming at night. Like, I know a lot of, it will probably be more beneficial to stream during the day. So, this is the stream one, and this is going to be my personal save. But I mean, maybe if interest peaks in this, I'll make sure I like stream again. But I mean, if I don't want to really invest, I do want to invest time and stuff. I really do. But I really don't want to. I really don't want to, like, start something that really won't gain traction. Because...
Adam! Thanks for calling me back, son.
Seraph.
I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. I tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job. Part of their extensive background checks. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
Hey, let me Google these.
Jeez, Adam. I know I did some questionable things in the past, but a lot's happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
Oh. That's true for what it's worth. I'm glad you made it out of here. I'm gonna be nice to the motherfucker.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you made it out of Panchaea.
Thank you. It wasn't easy, as I'm sure you know. I was at death's door by the time the rescue crews pulled me out of the wreckage, and while the doctors were stitching me back together, my company fell apart. Wasn't anything I could do to stop it, not from a hospital bed.
I heard Tai Young Medical bought everything up.
They're the only biotech corporation that could, after the incident. Our patents, our tech, everything.
Whoa.
Oh well, sometimes one dream has to die so another can rise from its ashes.
Oh,
you heard anything from Megan?
What's up, people?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still,
I may or
she
may
always
not
wanted to be at the cutting edge.
Just to see how old
she didn't see
Adam
a future
is.
for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
But I was okay.
She moved to Hong Kong.
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Roca Seca Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
Early missions in says...
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank! Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed the least.
He'd probably tell you there wasn't anything about him that needed changing.
I'm sure he would. But when the world transforms itself the way ours has, people need to adapt or get left behind. Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm, meeting with the Santo group. Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Santo? They built the Udalek complex, the Og Ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
I've heard of Rabia, the walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Augs.
Rabia's just a part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident. And when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
It's nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
But basically what I'm trying to say is I really don't want to start something that really won't get trashed. Because like I'm not trying, I'm not trying to like make this like a job. It's more along the lines of I just want to do it for fun. I want to do it for fun, and if anything comes out of it, hope it don't come out of it. But
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course.
Oh,
there's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
Now, I do know a way to get in the road with minimal bloodshed.
That's for me to find out. Hold still.
And I am going to do it like that. First, do it like that. But I mean, but basically, like, all I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'm trying to grow this channel because, you know, maybe I wanted this.
Wasn't paying attention. What are we doing now?
Don't blow your cover. Hope it doesn't start raining.
What level is this? Oh, okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
So... maybe there's a trophy pack here. But... but I do want to like just grow it to where I can have like a steady like I'm extremely happy with the like 32 subscribers I have right now. But like if I can get the chance to like get more, I'm gonna try and take it. But I really don't want to get it.
Make sure no one
Oh, I do recommend it. It is an extremely fun game. And you won't like put multiple hours into it, trying to get through everything. From what I know, there's multiple endings, and like there's like different ways to just like go about normal things. Like there are conversations, like dialogue, stuff like this. Like even at the start of the game, it's like when you're on your first mission, they ask you, do you want to go in with lethal or non-lethal? But yeah, Mr. Turbin, I do recommend the game. But it's certainly not an easy game. But if you haven't played the first one, you might want to. But there is a 12-minute video at the beginning, basically recapping everything that happens. And it's not as bad price. It's not absurdly expensive. And if you have PlayStation Plus, you can actually get it for free right now. If you do have PlayStation Plus, you go ahead and scoop yourself out for free. But if not, you might have to pay some money for it. But like this game is like very narrative driven and stuff.
Jensen! Thank God! I'm down in the dungeon, man. You remember the title of my super secret book, right?
I remember it's red.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream for.
Jensen, my favorite techno wonderkind. Sorry about the goons, man. They didn't give you too much trouble, did they?
Nothing I couldn't handle. What do they want? You behind on your protection money?
I don't think it's about money. I got this little misunderstanding with their boss, Otar. You know how it is with these gangster types.
Enough to know that there's no such thing as a little misunderstanding.
Diwali internal politics. I'm gonna get it sorted. Gonna see the big boss myself. As soon as things settle down. The day after a bombing, man, it's... well,
Sometimes people don't have a choice.
Took a hit? You mean...
So...
What exactly are you going to do to me?
I'm not sure yet. First, I gotta get in there to see what's wrong. But don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to you I wouldn't do to myself. I promise. Besides, you've been here a few times. You know I'm professional.
You've never had to put me under before.
I never saw you the day after an explosion before either. That was a big shock to your system, man. Kaboom! Now, you want me to fix you or not?
All right. Let's just get this over with.
Relax, Jensen. It's gonna be fine. You won't even know I'm in there. You'll feel weightless, far away, like you're someone else. But Kohler's gonna bring you back and make you you again. Before you know it.
What?
Oh, thank God. Take it easy. I swear I didn't mean to... Your retinal display should be back soon. You can still move, right?
Where did you...
I was trying to connect the unconnected. But you got some strange fucking ogs back there. I mean, I probably shouldn't have... Here, let me get you some water. Or something stronger, maybe?
Water.
You got it, Jensen. Just ease out. Don't freak out. Rebooting was the only way to save you.
Save me from what, Kohler?
Core meltdown. You almost melted my chair. So I reset you, and I found these... I think it's better if I show you what I found. Bring up your system display. You need to see this for yourself. These are your implants. You're familiar with all these, right?
Yeah. David Sarif installed them. Took 2 years for my body to get used to everything.
Right. Well, I had to undo some of that getting used to.
What's going on, Kohler? Why do I feel different?
Something was trying to vampire the juice out of you. I couldn't figure out what until after the reboot. Turns out your Factory Zero is not the standard Factory Zero.
What am I looking at?
Experimental fucking test dogs, man. Hidden inside your body.
You're telling me I got more implants than I thought I did?
More than your body can handle. Pretty cool, right?
I'm not sure yet.
I want to show you what happens when you activate one of these suckers.
So, right now, it really doesn't matter which one we activate, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab the nano laser.
Major spike in your power consumption.
Where the hell did these things come from?
I can't answer that. All I know is the explosion must have woken them up. But man, you want to use these crazy fucking things? That's your right. We just gotta make sure it doesn't fry you. Now, I think I maybe got an idea on how to do that. Try shutting down one of your other implants. You know, just for fun.
So it really doesn't matter which one we do, so I'm just gonna...
See that? Cooled you right down. You have the power to balance your system if you want. Just, you know, don't activate everything all at once.
What would happen if I did?
Well, you'd suffer some major glitches due to overheating. We're talking risk of permanent damage. So, you know, maybe don't do that.
All right. Reset me now, Kohler. I'll reactivate what I need myself.
Okay. So I'm not always gonna be there for you like this. I can't just follow you around to reset things and hold your neural weave together. Whatever choices you make from here on out, they're your choices.
Thought you were supposed to be my AUG expert.
I specialize in Chinese black market, okay? The shit I found hidden inside you, spliced into your system like that, looks to me like it's from Mars, man.
I'm pretty sure they're not from Mars.
I feel...
But you can't tell me where the hell they came.
I am familiar with Saris' work. These new AUGs...
This tune-up went longer than I...
Right. Here, take some
Unless what, Kohler?
There could be a way to optimize. It's just... It would involve getting something from Otar. A neuroplasticity calibrator.
Except that sheet.
If there's a way for me to use everything I have without compromise, I want to know about it.
I was hoping you'd say that. I order all my fancy tech from this illegal catalog, right? But my last shipment got intercepted by Otar Botkoveli.
The same Otar whose men were looking for books out there before?
I am not going to force you.
Thanks for the info, Kohler.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, guys. I mean, it's not done what I wanted it to do, basically. I mean, it's a fun game. I'm gonna definitely be playing this on my own. It's just, it just didn't get the reception I thought it'd get. I was hoping you guys would like it just a little more, show a little more interest in it. I know Doom is like kind of the foundation of the channel. Doom's not going anywhere. Doom's still gonna be here. We're gonna play Ultra Nightmare on there. We're gonna finish the story, everything. But I'm just trying to have a little fun, guys. Do something a little different, and hopefully y'all like it. But I'll see you guys later.